I observe your civilization, and I see a remarkable delusion. You believe freedom has been conquered, career paths, beliefs, lifestyles, even identity itself. Never before has a human possessed such liberty, and yet the modern soul trembles. Despite all these options, anxiety grows, confusion spreads, dissatisfaction multiplies. You are surrounded by possibilities and haunted by the absence of certainty. Perhaps the problem is not a lack of freedom. Perhaps the problem is an excess of it. Look at your institutions. Universities offer hundreds of paths. Streaming platforms present thousands of distractions. Bookstores promise every strategy for happiness, success, or self-improvement. The individual stands before an ocean of options. At first, this seems progress, more freedom, more choice, more autonomy. And yet, many hesitate. They doubt themselves. They suspect that another path would have been better. Freedom no longer liberates. It disorients. Søren Kierkegaard called it the dizziness of freedom. A human standing before infinite possibilities experiences terror. Not because freedom is evil, but because responsibility is heavy. To choose is to define oneself. And modern man is left alone with this question. What am I? What should I become? In older societies, tradition, religion, and community softened these questions. Now the individual must invent a life from nothing. Freedom expands, but the capacity to wield it does not. Barry Schwartz studied this scientifically. The paradox of choice. When options multiply, satisfaction collapses. Decision-making becomes a labyrinth. Humans are trapped in endless comparison. Even after choosing, doubt lingers. Perhaps another path would have led to more happiness. Meaning dissolves, satisfaction disappears, and slowly human beings are reduced to economic units, measured by output, evaluated by performance. They produce, yet rarely understand themselves. I called this the herd instinct. You believe you are free, but in truth you imitate. You follow trends. You chase approval. You pursue what society rewards. The herd moves, and you move with it. Everyone seems unique, and yet everyone is the same. True individuality requires courage. The courage to create values rather than inherit them. Few dare. Jean-Paul Sartre called this a curse, condemned to be free. No tradition, no destiny, no God absolves you. You are forced to create yourself, and most flee. They hide in roles, in identities, in illusions. Genuine freedom is terrifying. Albert Camus recognized another danger. The universe offers no guarantee, no guidance. Human beings search desperately for meaning. The universe remains silent. Many fill the silence with noise, distraction, work, entertainment. But the question persists. What is the point of this life? Camus proposed rebellion. Live fully, create meaning, face the absurd. Meaning is never discovered, it is forged. Beneath all these observations lies something more profound. Modern civilization multiplies choices, but it weakens the inner structure that gives choices meaning. Actions are disconnected from character. Beliefs are separated from behavior. Even rituals and religion are performed, yet the self remains absent. The action occurs, but the human inside is absent. What vanishes is the inner flame, a center of moral awareness, a quiet conscience. Without it, choices multiply endlessly. Direction disappears. The individual becomes externally active and inwardly hollow. Not all choices are equal. The same platform can awaken reflection, or numb the mind. The same book can transform perception or pass unnoticed. Freedom gives opportunity, but character determines direction. To escape modern confusion, you must rebuild what has been lost. Life must no longer be a checklist. Each act must contribute to the architecture of the self, brick by brick, choice by choice. A coherent human being emerges only through cultivated awareness. Without this, freedom collapses into chaos. Your civilization worships height, fame, wealth, status. But the measure of a life is depth, depth of thought, depth of character, depth of consciousness. Many climb mountains of visibility, only to find they have lost themselves. The misery of modern life is not a lack of options, it is a lack of inner direction. Choice alone cannot create meaning. Meaning emerges only when a human being possesses a center, a cultivated character, a guiding awareness. Without such a center, freedom overwhelms. With it, freedom becomes creation. And so I leave you not with a question of options, but a question of existence. What kind of human being am I becoming?